morning, everyone. It's 9 o'clock, December the 22nd, 2025, and our regular Commissioners Court meeting is now in session. First item on the agenda is roll call by our County Clerk, Mary Jane Valiazano. And Mary Jane, good morning.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Good morning, Mary Jane.
Judge Rathmo,
Present.
Commissioner Moya,
Present.
Commissioner Morales,
Present.
Commissioner Solis,
Present.
Commissioner Garza.
Present.
We have a quorum, Judge.
Thank you, Mary Jane. Will everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So, item number 4, communications, commissioners, a lot of events going on. Definitely, there's been a lot of Christmas events throughout the community. I know the sheriff hosted one a few days ago. That was a huge success. I know we have Andrew in the crowd. If you want to step up to inform the community and the court.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
In Louisiana, we approximately had about 1,000 gifts that we collected and purchased. We had a lot of donors, monetary donors, and that helped us out a lot. We had a ton of gifts, and we still have a ton of gifts there, so we're trying to figure out, we did donate to schools, some daycares, and we still have leftovers, so.
That's always a good thing to have.
Yeah, it's always a good thing, it's always a good thing. But yes, it was very successful. Hopefully we get to do the same thing, next year. And, we'll have a little bit, we'll be prepared a little bit more this time.
Well, y'all did a great job. I mean, your staff takes a lot of effort to especially
yeah.
purchase, wrap, and
Yeah, everybody helped out. There's students from, middle school that helped us out. They had to do their, National Geographic
NHS.
Society hours. They came, they helped us wrap. They wrapped a lot of gifts, a ton of gifts, and no paper cuts, so.
Good.
it's always a positive.
Yeah. I did want to touch base real quick, if it's okay, for OPSG on our stats. We've had 1,196 traffic stops, 110 citations, 17 penal code apprehensions, and 11 turnovers to Border Patrol. Pretty good stats. We've already submitted for reimbursement. 78,132.42 for personnel, and for fuel, 5,259 and 67 cents. So we should be good right now.
On another note on that, Judge, I did talk to Caroline Butler, which was the grant manager with the Office of the Governor, and they were good to go on the FSR, so we should get reimbursed in the next couple of weeks.
Good. Yeah.
Which going forward, we're good for the rest of them.
Sure.
Yes. We already know what they require, so it'll be a lot less than
Well, I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
All right.
Thank you. Judge, we also had an event at Sesquicentennial Park, also a Christmas event. We gave out a little over 200 presents. We did have Santa Claus in attendance. We had the Grinch in attendance, so I want to thank the fire department. They definitely helped us out. The sheriff's office, as always. We had IBC, so a huge shout out to IBC helpers that volunteered. We had 6 volunteers from IBC. We had also the kids from MHS, the Junior Honor Society as well. So it was a huge success, and it was a total team effort. So it started from the raffle. We did do a raffle that gave us the monies to purchase the gifts. So everybody got purchased a ticket. So like I said, it was a huge team effort. So thank you to everybody that made it successful. For the kids, seeing their smiles was priceless.
Also, we'll be having another community event, another toy giveaway at the Z-Town Baseball Academy. And also they're gonna have pictures with Santa and the Grinch. This would be at 4 p.m.
Today?
Yes.
Maybe 4 p.m. till supplies last as well. So tell their friends, your neighbors, make it out there, take a picture with Santa Claus and the Grinch. During that the Thursday, we also NRCS also had their annual Rancher of the Year event, and also special recognition to one of their board members, Mr. Horacio Gonzalez, Senior. 6 years of serving on the board, incredible achievement, and so I just wanted to congratulate him and his family for being that
I guess, invaluable resource that ranchers and, can use. That he's very knowledgeable and still wants to continue serving. And of course, Rancher of the Year was, Ms. Jaime, Bustamante. And so she's doing a lot of work on her family's ranches, and so it's a very nice event, so glad that he's participating.
Congratulations to Mr. Gonzalez.
Yes. Any other communications? Danny?
Chief, good morning.
Good morning,
Judge.
Chief Ariana.
Good morning, Judge, and good morning, Commissioners. I just wanted to inform the court and also acknowledge Assistant Chief Gabby Gonzalez, and of course, with the help of Mr. Gonzalez and Captain Trevino, that we were able to secure $146,000 from the Office of the Governor Border Zone Grant. And with those monies, we were able to purchase 2 UTVs, one EMS UTV and one fire UTV to support our functions. But I just wanted to acknowledge these.
Gabby? Yes.
Gabby.
Step forward, Gabby.
She worked very hard, and of course, like I said, with the help of Mr. Gonzalez and Captain Trevino, we were able to secure those funds through the Office of the Governor. And just to keep it in mind that it is a zero match grant, so it's at zero cost to the taxpayer.
And I guess we have them in possession.
We have it in possession, so I would like to invite the court, after Commissioner's Court, to see them. We'll be bringing them to present them outside as well.
Yes, I'm sure you can use them for a lot of uses, those UTVs are.
Especially in the brush fire and the ranches and stuff.
Yes, we've used them. We don't have one, but now we do. But whenever we do call the Texas Forest Service for their assistance, that's the first thing that they bring, aside from the dozers and stuff, because those, they're able to let us get to points where we can't usually access with our trucks, but they're very, very useful. And now the county and the department has.
It's like they have a cab, air conditioned, or?
One of them does. The EMS has a cab and has a AC and heater, and the fire doesn't. But they're
Incredible.
they're incredible.
You won't need a heater for that one.
I
You
saw
won't
a
need a
picture
heater
of
for
them, they
that
were
one.
in snow, where they delivered from?
They came from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
Yeah,
So
from
they went
Wisconsin.
from the snow to the extreme heat.
Yes. But yes, we would like to invite you after the Commissioner's Court so y'all can see them.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you for being so active,
Yes.
Gabby.
Yeah, because, I just wanna say thank you for the hard work that you've been doing for the fire department. You're a huge asset. I know ever since you came on board as an assistant chief, you've been looking for grants and been very successful, so.
She has,
you know,
she
Thank
has.
you so much and take care of her.
Of course, of course.
Guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Any other communications, Commissioners? Now we move on to public comments. This section provides the public the opportunity to address the Commissioner Court on any items on the agenda. I think we have a request from Ms. Yana Brandon. Item,
The last item, the tourism board item.
oh, okay, so it will be, regarding to approve the establishment of the Zapata County Tourism Board. Okay.
I would like to pass some information to you. This is a clean copy, and I'm also gonna pass out a petition. Petition street. This is the clean copy.
Did you have one for me too?
I think so.
Okay.
This is the clean copy. And
Put it up there. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Judge Rattler and Commissioners. My name is Dr. Yana Perez Brandon, and I stand here before you to present a viable option for the establishment of a tourism board. Line item, I believe, is 31.
Correct.
Today, I present to you a petition for the establishment and operationalization of a county tourism board linked to the county government, as well as an establishment and operational agreement form. And those are the two forms that I gave you, which are the clean forms. As we know, in Texas, the County Commissioners Court is a governing body that decides to establish a county tourism board. This process is initiated through a petition from the public or by you, the Commissioners Court, as dictated by the powers granted to counties by the state legislature. The undersigned residents of Zapata County, which is the petition that you have on hand, respectfully submit this petition pursuant to the relevant provisions of the Constitution, County Government Act, and public participation laws, seeking the establishment of a county tourism board that is directly under the jurisdiction of the county government to ensure proper and legal checks and balances. Number one, we propose the tourism board be established by and operate under the oversight of the Commissioners Court, and that is you, also appointed by the Commissioners Court. Number two, for the board to be institutionally linked to the county government for policy, funding, and accountability purposes. Transparency is key. Number three, for the formation of said board to have public participation and stakeholder engagement. And finally, for the board to have adequate resources to be allocated in support of tourism development. Now, due to negative past experiences with independent county organizations, as per Judge Rappel alluded to back in November of the last Commissioners Court, it is in the county's best interest to create a tourism board that is the sole responsibility of the county, not only for funding and supervision, but also for much needed guidance. Again, we respectfully submit this petition and pray that the voices of your constituents are heard loud and clear, and that the decision is made with the best interest of the county at heart. Thank you very much for your attention to this matter.
Thank you. Any other public comment? We'll move on to item number 6, approval of invoices. In your package, Commissioners, we had invoices from 12/5/2025 to December 18, 2025, with a total of $450,269.17. Motion to approve by Commissioner Solis, seconded by Commissioner Morales. All those in favor say aye.
I'm abstaining,
Commissioner Moya is abstaining. Item, moving on to checks issued, number 7. We've got checks from December the 5th, 2025 through December the 18th, 2025 for a total of $450,269.17.
Motion to approve.
Be abstaining as well.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Solis, seconded
I'll
by
second.
Commissioner Morales. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Commissioner Moya abstains. Moving on to reports and presentations, we've got a presentation of delinquent tax collection report for the period of October 1st, 2024 through September 30th, 2025. Joe Gonzalez, good to see you.
Good morning, Judge. I see also commissioners. Good morning.
Morning.
Jimmy Gonzalez for Linebarger, here to present our delinquent tax collection report for the past fiscal year. As always, Judge and commissioners, and I know for the people that are watching online, it's always our goal to communicate with your taxpayers and enter in payment plans. That's our ultimate goal. The court has been very clear to me that we should do so compassionately. We understand that we are at most times, or many times, the first and only contact that your taxpayers have with the county. Because we call them all the time and send them letters. So we understand that we're a voice for you guys, and we have to do so compassionately. Let them know that we're not here to take anybody's property away. We're here just to say, hey, your taxes that's in our payment plan, this money comes into the county to do the stuff that you guys are doing here. day, you do every day, basically. So what did we do this past year? We sent out 8 demand mailings, over 15,000 statements were sent out to your taxpayers, initiated over 2,600 phone calls. When that doesn't work, we do site visits. We did over 87 site visits to different locations to knock and talk. We call them and say, hey, look, you owe taxes, you haven't responded to the mailings. What can we do? We did 114 in-house visits, which means that, or that sparked 114 in-house visits, which means that these individuals came to the county tax office. And again, we're always thankful that the court and Ms. Mendoza allows us to have an office here in the building where they can come in and speak to Christy Garcia individually. You see my face, on any given day, there's 5 or 6 people working every day just in Zapata County account. They can meet with her and do payments. That results in 78 payoff requests. When that doesn't work, we resort to litigation. During this past year, we filed 12 lawsuits, which looks like a low number compared to the other numbers you see there as far as disposition and judgments taken, but that's a good number. We don't want to file lawsuits if we don't have to. That just does added expenses to your taxpayers with court costs, service fees, then the annual work to come to court, and more work for your district court and your district clerk. So we're doing a very good job of speaking to our taxpayers. They are coming in and had a good year of coming in and making arrangements for us about having us to pull the trigger on litigation.
Yeah, well, our percentages, our taxpayers, they come in, the majority of them, and really wanna help the county out with their services, so.
They do, I mean, every year.
We've got a good group of residents that really.
The collection rate for the currents keeps going higher and higher, so I commend Ms. Mendoza and her team for getting that done in the court, of course. We had 2 tax sales during this past period. 13 properties were put up for sale, 6 were sold for $32,000, 3 were paid in full. For this next year in January, next year in 2026, we usually have 2 tax sales. I'm going to increase that to 3. There's a lot of properties we have that can go up. Even smaller properties that may only bring in $4,000 or $5,000, but they're vacant lots that people buy, people can clear their taxes, their appraisal can go up, so they can create more taxes for the county.
On properties that don't sell, of which we have several, mainly because they might have abandoned properties, buildings on them, what would be your guidance as far as attacking entities to work together, create an agreement to be able to clean those properties up, make them more,
appealing.
I guess entice, be able to sell?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great, other jurisdictions do that. They work together with either the cities most often, to do mowing liens or demolition liens where they mow the property, or if there's a structure on there with brush, they can clear it. Once that's done, work with your attorney, your county attorney, to file liens on that property. Once a lien is established and we go sell our property or input a judgment, we'll include the county lien in our judgment, in our petition. We take a judgment, the county lien will be included for those costs. Let's say it's $1,000 to demolish them.
Well, let's say some of those properties already have gone through that process and they haven't been cleaned up, so they're for sale, but they don't sell because of their condition.
If there's a demolition lien on that, we can include them even at tax sale. So if there's a tax sale done, that gets paid first, basically. So there is mechanisms for that to be done with reimbursement.
Is he working with you on?
We have to I know in the past we've gone with your code enforcement officer to identify those properties, and those will we consider in-house as our hot properties. Those we try to go first, because we don't want to displace families. If there's abandoned, vacant properties, we attack those first, sell those, because no one's being displaced. And we've been successful doing that, Judge, and we'll continue to look at that and review your tax roll to target those properties. So what did we do this past year? You can see it on the chart in front of you. We collected this past year $1.24 million compared to last year, $857,000. So we had a big jump from this year to last year. Big part of it was that big mineral collection case I came and talked to the county about. So that helped immensely, but our goal is to beat that and always to beat our numbers from the previous years. We set a personal goal for that, and we're aiming to do it. This year looks very good already. We just got another huge amount that came in on a mineral tax warrant, and as you you send a tax presentation, our emails, our calls to these mineral companies for delinquents also attack their currents. I believe that this, when we just collected within the last 30 days or so, netted $300,000 or so for the current 2025 year, which Linebar did not get paid at all. The attorney fees haven't been assessed on the current years yet. So we're working holistically, totality on your cases to get money in for our delinquents, pay your currents also. So we work well with your tax office to get that done, and this year's off to a great start. Is there any questions?
No.
And I know I'm working with Commissioner Morales. He asked me at one point for a breakdown of the tax roll to see which accounts, for example, owe under $300. And I can tell you, a rough estimate right now, your accounts in this county that owe under $300 in taxes to the county, in total is around $290,000. So those are low amounts that we make phone calls on, but we're not gonna file a lawsuit on those because that's gonna jump their fees up by double. So I'm gonna break that down for you, Commissioner, to see where your taxpayers, how they look in your role, to see what we can attack and to let your taxpayers know, hey, you pay this money, that's $280,000, it goes back into the county. They can again do the services you guys are doing every day. So I'll get that to you next time, Commissioner, and we can speak about it if you have any questions before.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jimmy.
I appreciate it. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, guys. Happy holidays. Thank you.
Safe travels.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Moving on, Commissioners, to item number 9 is a presentation regarding Zapata Hospice Services. Reynaldo Avial is here this morning. Good morning, ladies. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, good morning, Judge and Commissioners.
Good morning.
And we're thankful for being here this morning.
Oh, good to have you here.
Yes, and we got to meet, at the Thanksgiving luncheon. We got
Yes.
to present and to all the employees.
And we appreciate your support of our residents here and your generosity in helping putting that event forward, yes.
Thank you, and we're here to let you know that we're here to service Zapata and also work with you all commissioners. We are very active in Laredo. We're from Laredo. We have an office right in front of Laredo Medical Center, but we want to be able to help out here. We align ourselves with our commissioners out there, Ricky Jaime, Jesse Gonzalez. We involve ourselves and we want to care for these patients out there.
Thank you.
And how can we help you and start that new year and help you all?
Well, I appreciate you coming to introduce yourself to the board. Yes, I certainly met with you all during that event and wanted you to come and present yourself to the board. And yes, we get to know each other, things
Yes, yes.
move more rapidly.
Yes, and I'm sorry, so I'm Veronica Hernandez, and this is, I'm Yesenia Calderon. And then we have our staff that helps with Reynaldo and Freddie. And of course, we have a large staff, and we have a nurse out here, we have nurses in Laredo, nurses in Miranda, Oilton, so that we're close to them, to service them and to help them. You can check us online too, varahospice.com, and what we can do for our patients out here.
Appreciate that.
Okay? Share any questions?
Any questions, commissioners? Do y'all have offices here or?
Just our main office, Laredo.
Okay.
We're on, right across Laredo Medical Center next to Dr. Alfonso Flores on Bustamante,
Yeah.
right off of Saunders, the cemetery. But hospice, in case you hear hospice and you're like, oh my
Well, it's a
gosh.
scary word.
But
Yeah.
it's not, it's
Yeah.
evolved a lot. In the last 20-some years that we've been doing this, hospice helps you care for the patient more at home. Give them what they need. It's a Medicare benefit with equipment, the nurse aide being on call, social worker, chaplain. They get more care, more help, and more visits. Because home health does great, but I get all these patients where they barely come, or they come once a week. I need this extra help. And hospice, I'm not gonna lie, and doctors will text me and we go evaluate, and some patients are very sick, but
Yeah.
there's some that can get more
Can get better,
longer. So think about a neighbor, a loved one, how we can help you and evaluate. And then we have medical directors on board, okay? Leo Cidaroa from Laredo. We have Oscar Perez, and we also have Armando Cardenas. So we have that support, a nurse practitioner on board, Mr. Alvarado. And that also, any meds, anything they need, we're gonna keep you comfortable at home for as long as we can, okay?
That's a great service, and thank you for being in our community.
Yes, thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
thank you for
Thank you
working
very
with
much,
us. Happy
Mr. Hernandez.
holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to item number 10, another presentation, Commissioners, is a presentation on health services, requested by Mr. Manuel Sanchez, Pillar Company founder and CEO. Manuel Sanchez here. I don't have any information on the presenter, he might come in a little later. We'll move on to item number 11, and this, another report to present, the Zapata County Fair Financial Report, requested by Mr. Jaime Guerra, Fair Association. Mr. Guerra, I see you there in the audience. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Guerrero.
In here.
Gentlemen, before we begin, I have a letter of thanks that I'd like to share with you all, if you all don't mind. As I reflect on my time serving as president of the Zapata County Fair Association, I am filled with nothing but gratitude. The success of the fair was never the result of one individual, but rather the collective effort of an entire community that believes in its youth, its traditions, and its future. I would like to extend my sincere appreciation and gratitude to the Honorable Judge Rathmel and the Zapata County Commissioners for their continued support, guidance, and belief in the mission of the Zapata County Fair. Your commitment to our community and to the youth we serve has been instrumental in allowing the fair to grow and thrive year after year. I would also like to thank our county staff, precinct workers, law enforcement, emergency personnel, and all county departments who work tirelessly behind the scenes. Thank you. Your dedication, long hours, and willingness to step in whenever needed ensured that our events were safe, organized, and successful. The fair simply could not operate without your professionalism and teamwork. I would also like to thank our board members, committee chairs, sponsors, exhibitors, parents, and countless volunteers who gave their time, energy, and hearts to this organization. Whether it was planning events, working gates, assisting with livestock shows, supporting royalty events, or handling logistics, your selfless service made a lasting impact on our youth and community. Because of this collective effort, the 2025 Zapata County Fair Association was able to break attendance in both pre-sale and at-the-door sales in terms of entry races. Under the new board leadership, and also record sales in beverages. We were able to break records again at auction at over $546,158.62 directly to our youth. Award over $15,000 in senior scholarships. Every single senior that applied received a scholarship. Award over $11,000 to organizations who helped during the fair days. Award over $6,000 to school and community organizations via our Queens Committee. And we were able to give back to the county a little bit and fix some of the existing problems that we kind of noticed at the show barn. One of them was we installed a rolling door at the show barn that allows for entrances of the livestock a little bit easier, and we're also able to fix some of the light fixtures that were outside that were kind of out. So once again, thank you for your continued support. And after such a successful year, we have a couple of future projects that we kind of want to run through your commissioners before we kind of start actually working on it. The first one is the, you guys have probably seen on social media, I've texted some of you guys, a lot of you guys have given me thumbs up, so that's why we kind of already had the ball rolling on it. And that's the bench project. So one of the main issues every year that we get is that people just say there's a lot of vendors, but there's no place to actually eat. And we have some benches outside the show barn, but there's actually a couple benches that are missing, it's just the tables itself.
Okay.
So I really don't see people just standing to use those tables, so it's kind of wasted space. So I reached out to a lot of the community members, and I was able to actually start collecting donations for benches already. And we're able to move forward with about 20 benches. Of course, this is in addition to county property, so I wanna run it through y'all. What we wanna do is we wanna put most of the vendors on the right side and actually make it kinda like a mini food court. And on the left side, with the addition of the 20 benches, have more of a seating area for the kids.
Makes sense, yeah.
However, we would have to remove some of the old corrals and pins that are there. I mean, they haven't been used in years and they're kind of already all rusted. They're more of a hazard really than anything. And if we can remove that, we can put the benches there. Nothing in terms of structural integrity is gonna change. It's gonna look just exactly how the other side does, just without all those dividers in them.
Okay. What else? Yeah, those pens haven't been used in
Yeah,
years.
Haven't been used in years, and it'll beautify the area as well.
We also would like to add some lines as well there.
Correct.
On top of that, when we go over the financials, you're gonna see that in our RV parks, we have different rows for the RVs. We have the first, second, and third row. Of course, the third row is all the way towards the end of the roping arena, so those really don't get affected by the electrical issues because they run their own generators. The second row is kind of important because what we're able to do is we're able to run wires from the box to those RVs directly and power them up. However, the first row is just a little bit too far, and that's the one that's closest to the show barn. So what we wanted to do was install a temporary light post with a temporary meter and run power off of the show barn. Now, of course, that temporary light post, that temporary meter is gonna be associated with the fair association, so it's not gonna cost the county anything. We'll go ahead and pay for that, but we need kind of permission to kind of start moving along with AP and all that to kind of get that going. I know.
I've been talking to Danny, yeah, he's the one in charge of that.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna get some power there behind the wash racks,
Mhm.
so you guys can run your lines from there.
Yeah.
So, because the county's gonna benefit from that, once you guys are done for the road fees and all that, we have, so.
Yeah, it'll save us in the long run, because we, I'm not sure if you all go back there during the county fair days, we have a really big generator that we run. We end up getting it at compadre pricing for the county fair, which is 6,000. Now, for whatever reason, let's say that next year, when we're doing this, our compadre doesn't have that generator, and we have to outsource it, it'll probably run us anywhere from 10 to 15,000 just to run it. Not to mention the diesel cost as well to refill it. So I think running that temporary light post will save us some money in the end, and of course, all that money that we save, as you guys heard a little bit earlier, goes towards our kids.
Correct.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, I'm happy y'all brought the scholarship back,
Yeah.
to our kids.
Yeah.
That had been missing for several years.
I think in the past, it was only towards, I think it was a select few, and
Yeah.
this year, the way we look at it is the years of service that they've done for us. So if they get the full 10 years, then it's 1,000 right off the bat. If they do anything less, then we take it by year. So I think only one student got less than 1,000.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty good.
Good.
Besides that, another kind of issue that we kind of had to face was the parking issue. And I know that you all kind of know about that. I think our county fairgrounds are situated in an awkward position in terms of there's not enough parking for all our guests. That, or maybe just the Zapata County Fair is just doing really well, and we're just really big.
Well, we're trying to take steps to address that, with some of the ongoing projects that will be coming, so.
Yeah.
That might not be this year, but, we are taking steps, we recognize that.
Yeah, so I have a temporary fix. I'm not sure if it's okay with y'all, but we wanted to use the softball field that's right across the show bar. Now, I know that there's been discussion that that's gonna be kind of removed and remodeled, and that's gonna be put.
In the future.
I mean, if you all want, the county fair can go in there and we can already take off the gates and start that.
Well, you
right
have to
up.
visit with the commissioner.
I talked to Danny, we're in the process of barely bringing that baseball, field back, so we're gonna have all the cars going in there. We can use all the outside of it, cause we have a lot of space behind it.
Mhm.
All that area, we can use it. But
Would we need-
going inside the actual field, we can't park any cars.
Okay, yeah, that was my next question, because I know Danny Garcia is my partner in crime for all this.
Yeah, and I had already told Danny last week,
Mhm.
so.
Yeah,
There's some
yeah.
teams practicing there.
There's a lot of kids using those fields now, so it's not up to par yet, but we're gonna get it there. hopefully.
Yeah, it's just some of the, I know Danny Garcia said, well, maybe we can fit another 20 RVs inside the actual diamond itself. I was like, I'm being a little, kinda, really pushing it there, I don't know about that, but I said, I'll bring it up
Oh, he
either
could
way.
probably put 20 on the outside. outside.
No, we need that for the.
Yeah, we need that for the parking spaces.
Yeah, well, parking's been an issue over the years. The fair's grown up, has been growing every year, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try to address that with, projects that are, up and coming.
I think we're looking forward to it, see how we adjust to that.
Okay.
And, of course, the last thing that I wanted to bring up, and this kind of just goes into saving us money. I mean, you could also say it's also, I guess, a safety issue too. The lighting for the park area. So we have the show barn area, we have where the pavilion is, but on the other side where the vendors set up, the only way we truly get lighting there is that if we get, light towers. And last year, I'm not sure if any of you all went to the, I did see many of you at the fair. I'm not sure if you all noticed how well lit it was. But the last year I ended up renting 20 light towers. And those 20 light towers, of course, they came out for about 10,000. That also includes a rental of a forklift and a boom lift. And I know Commissioner Morales is probably laughing at me a little bit because that boom lift was a little bit overkill. It was the industrial size one, so I know he had joked around saying, can the county borrow to cut some trees? And I was like, no, I mean, yeah, it's there.
No, but I've been talking to Danny, he's gonna purchase the lights, and then we're gonna help with installation, so.
Yeah,
we're gonna
and
be
that
meeting
was,
with,
the point of me bringing this up, just to see if we can get permission to look at costs and kind of look at quotes before we do anything. The county fair association is, we're ready to buy the lights. There's a lot of them that we see on Amazon that are, 400,000 lumens, and I think they'll really light up the park. It's just more about installing them and then having them as a
Good,
permanent
yeah,
fixture.
good.
Yeah.
I'm
And
glad,
of course,
I'm
that
glad
could
you
be
and the
done year-round.
commissioner, talking about it and get it done, yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, thank you, gentlemen.
we have 2 months.
Yeah, we have 2 months, so let's see how we.
And
can
so,
factor
but
in.
you're still gonna be involved in the fair,
Yes, sir.
it's not president.
Yes, sir.
And who's the incoming president?
OJ Quintanilla. He was my
Okay,
first.
Quintanilla's
VP last
taking
year.
the helm and taking the responsibility on and the sleepless nights.
And the countless phone calls. Commissioners, I
Well,
thank
good.
you all so much for answering my phone calls at 2, 3.
I appreciate what you do and, the new group that came in there and really helped, transform the fair once again and bring it back. I mean, it's something that's been a staple of Zapata County for more than 50 years, so we can't let it die off, so
Yeah,
good
we're
job.
trying to keep it going.
All right.
For the Zapata County Fair Profit and Loss, now gentlemen, this only runs through September 2024 through August 2025. This is our fiscal year. There's gonna be a balance at the end that you see is negative. I'll explain that in a little bit, but that has to do with our auction, and that way checks don't bounce. So we ended up depositing money from our operating account into the livestock account, and that's the reason why we're negative, but we did that to ensure that the kids, whenever they do cash their checks, they wouldn't bounce. So we're putting, however, I'll talk about that when we get there.
Okay.
For the Zapata County Fair income, our miscellaneous income was 3,616. Our arts craft entry fees are 480. Our carnival income is a sponsorship of 26,000. Our county, that is from the hotel motel funds in regards to the social media, 3,000 that I requested last year. The RV space rent is 6,304.
But was that 30 or 3?
3.
That's all we gave?
I request 30,000, but when it comes to the hotel motel funds, all the invoices go out of the county. They don't come to our.
That's
Oh,
right. So we pay the, yeah.
Oh, we pay
Because
them
that
out of
caught
the county.
my attention
Yes.
also, then I thought about it, and it's like, the invoices come directly to us and we pay.
Okay, so we did help with 30,000.
Yeah, about 30,000.
In your books,
No, well, the 3,000 is actually for the Facebook and Instagram ads.
Okay.
There, we don't hire an independent company, I just do it myself. The only thing is that I need to be able to preload the debit with those funds, so that's the only check that goes to us.
I guess maybe, I don't know how you can include that as far as their sponsors. We're actually sponsoring the hotel motel, even though, we're paying them directly.
Right. I mean, yeah, cause we're paying them directly, so, I mean, unless he wants to change it to where we give it to them and then, but it was just more transparency on their part with us, that we were
That's fine.
actually
Whatever-
paying.
whatever works.
We, instead of giving them the money, then paying it, maybe they do get paid, maybe they don't, we were actually writing out the checks and making sure that they were paid.
Fine, that's fine, okay.
We have the RV space rent at 6,340. This is our kind of net profit. We ended up making like about 12 to 13,000, but again, we had to rent the big operation, so
Sure.
that kind of cut into cost. Our sponsorships last year were very successful at 116,945. The combined ticket and token sales were 275,457. Our vendors' income was 13,250, and our VIP tables after cost of setup was 4,350, making our income $449,438. Now, our expenses, and this is where it gets a little bit long, our donations, we had 630 with 37 cents. Our advertising expense was 15,466 with 65 cents. That is on top of the 30,000 that you all awarded us last year for the
Okay.
hotel funds. Our audio lighting was 2,600. Our band expense was 189,000. Our bank service charges were 882 with 75 cents. Our banners for sponsors were 2,987 with 50 cents. Our beer purchase was 26,247 with 88 cents. And just a little note on that, we have two of our main kind of beverage companies that come. One of them is Southern Distributing, now they're known as Andrews and Belknap. Last year was so good that Southern Distributing actually brought and backed up the 18-wheelers, and all they loaded up was just the wooden towns. There was nothing left from them. So we had a very successful year in terms of our beverage sales.
The weather was cooperating.
Yeah, that's one thing I was worried about. I was like, as long as it doesn't rain, I can deal with a little bit of wind. Our board member shirts were $1,014 with 36 cents. That one's a little bit broader sense. It's not just for board members, that's for all the committees except for the livestock committee. They order their shirts a little bit ahead of time. The reason why we spend so much money on that is because a lot of people tend to misplace the little lanyard that we give them. And then we tell our security, if they don't have that lanyard, don't let them in. So, and not that they refuse to wear the shirt, but they don't go out and get it. So this year what we did, we just kind of took it upon ourselves, like, hey, here's the shirt, wear it. That way if you do misplace that little lanyard, security can still let you in and out of the premises without actually checking for a wristband. That's why it's a little bit more expensive. Cleaning and maintenance, this is also for the show barn, this is for the show ring, this is also for the roping area, and of course the actual county fairgrounds. It's $41,063 with 44 cents. Our contract,
I guess that includes all the improvements that y'all made too, right? Is that?
yes.
Okay.
Our contract labor was $6,247 with 75 cents. Our hotel expense was $3,999 with 13 cents. Our insurance expense for the board of directors was $1,211, and also the county fair insurance as well. Our interest expense, this was on the previous debts that were kind of brought upon by the previous association. We're still trying to tackle that debt down, but of course we're still getting interest on it. That was $4,611 with 66 cents. Our internet expense was $502.60. Our legal and accounting, that's with Mr. Eddie Martinez with F&M Tax Consulting, that's $4,000. Our license and fees were $718 with 1 cent. And Judge, thank you for the signatures on that. I know TABC was a little bit stingier this year in terms of marking out what exactly is defined as a Zapata County Fairgrounds. I know we went back like 4 or 5 times on it. The meals, this is whenever we travel out of town, was $2,206 with 59, and it also includes band meals. Office expense for $2,063 with 53 cents. Organizations help, this was the 5% that we give for organizations that come and volunteer under the Fair Association. That was $11,626 with 93 cents. Petty cash to begin with was $5,000. Photography expense was $3,350. This one does not have to deal with the hotel motel funds or any sort of advertisement, so that comes out as a different category. Production fee, this is from our promoter, this is $19,500. Our promotion expense, this is to set up the lights, the stage, the whole shebang, was $17,800. Repairs that we did, this is not necessarily towards the show barn, this is with Mr. Mike Martinez and the electrical services he provides. That was $9,702 with 38 cents. Our rodeo expense, last year we had our first ever bull riding extravaganza, huge success. $3,050. Our scholarship expense was $15,050. Our security expense was $19,585. Our supplies that we needed was $40,161 with 33 cents. Our telephone expense was $931 with 0.44 cents. Our utilities was $3,434 with 2 cents, and our VIP expense was $8,367. So that makes it our net income or our net expenses at $463,011 32 cents, making a net income of negative $13,573.32. Again, that negative comes from this report only runs to the end of August, and what we've been seeing these past 3 or 4 years is that whenever these buyers go to the auction, they're taking a little bit longer to pay than we expect. Now, we know that projects are coming up really soon, and kids have to buy their project. So what we try to do is we try to do everything in our power to say, okay, what can we do to brighten write the checks and submit them already. That way none of the checks get bounced or anything at the bank. So we ended up taking a portion of our profits from the operating account and we put it into the livestock account. That way that whenever the kids go and actually check or, actually go to deposit their check, nothing gets bounced. We've been able to fix that since because after that, a lot of the buyers started already paying a little bit more and more.
Are y'all proposing any changes to the way the auction operates?
Yeah, so now our past auction committee chair was Mr. Douglas Gonzalez, and due to work reasons, he had to step down. He's just super busy now. So our new committee chairman is gonna be Mr. Carlos Saenz. He's been there with the county fair for a pretty long time.
Right.
And we're kind of discussing with the board, we wanna get together with the livestock committee too and kind of see what we can do because it's a double-edged sword, no matter what you do. If you say, okay, buyers, I need you to give me 50% down the day of, the amount of money that we actually get at auction, I think is gonna decrease. Because not too many people can go and drop 25,000, 30,000 a day.
Right.
But I think we do wanna implement some type of a percentage down that day. And we're also gonna start implementing, that we're gonna be taking credit cards, debit cards, and we're gonna be offering those services as well the day of.
What was the delinquency on it? Have all the accounts been paid? I mean, as far as the buyers?
Right now, we're missing about 4 payments, and it's no more than about 5,000.
Okay.
And at the same time, we're missing 2 of the show sponsors, and that I believe is averaging up to about 8,000. So,
I mean, 1% out of 500 some thousand,
yeah. But I mean, the big point is that we got all the checks able to cash and ready to go, and from our reports that Eddie just ran, there are no outstanding checks that haven't been cashed already, so.
But it'd be good to implement some kind of, a down payment or something, whatever.
A
the
line of
board
credit
decide.
from a bank.
We did have a lot of, complaints, as far as, kids right now getting paid, so maybe something you guys can look into.
Yeah.
We've been, talking about different ideas, like you said, it's a double-edged sword that
Maybe the same
you get
buyer
rid
every
of
year.
one, and then one that buys every year might not like it, but it's.
I mean, if you don't have the money to purchase, then don't purchase at the end of the day, because you're affecting the kids at the end of the day, that's what you have, because they gotta purchase the next
project.
the next project, so.
Yeah,
Once the fair's over, they start looking for the project.
Yeah.
As things change, they can have the money then, later down the road, if something happens to go bankrupt, you're gonna get the money.
We still have the, $5,000 pending, and we're going on a year already, so probably gonna, bid again, and I'm sure they'll pay off the remaining balance.
Yeah, but those conversations are already taking place.
Yeah, he mentioned that, just.
I know another thing that we've also mentioned is flagging the past 20 buyers that paid really late, and for them, they have to pay the day of the full amount. Because everyone else will pay, it just takes
Right.
a little bit of a while. And I mean, we understand, there's people out here spending $54,000 at the auction. We don't expect the payment that same day, we can give them a little bit of leeway, and they're really good about it, they do really pay within 2 months' time. But that's something that, it kinda hurts the kids a little bit, because they're excited to get their checks, I mean, they did a whole
They
year's
work
worth
so
of
hard.
hard work.
Yeah, the
And
whole
for
month.
us to say, well, we don't have the money yet to issue out these checks, we're kind of the middlemen here, cause we're the ones out there being as a collecting service, rather than actually having the funds to pay it. But this year, the balance they get kinda low enough to say, you know what, we can cover the expense that's missing with the operating funds, and of course, that's how we kinda finished August.
Well, like what you said, the ones that are taking forever to pay, they have to pay upfront. The ones that do pay, within a timely manner, continue doing what they're doing.
Yeah, another option would probably be like a line of credit, from the bank, let's say, Jaime Guerra, you're good for 30,000, and, bring a certified letter from the bank saying, if Jaime Guerra doesn't pay, the bank will pay, and then the bank will collect from Jaime. That'd be
Yeah,
another
we
option.
talked a little bit about that with Ruben from IBC, and he says that's a viable option as well. But we should have a definite answer probably by January, because we already have to send out the invites for the auction. So we'll definitely have everything set up. But
Sounds good.
that would conclude the profit and loss for the Zapata County Association. Thank you.
Thank you.
for your
Thank you, Your Honor.
in that presentation. And thank you for your service, man. And keep
answering the calls.
Moving on to, the action items, number 12 deals with the county fair. We'll deliberate and consider action. Item number 12 is to allow the county judge to sign on behalf of Zapata County landlord's waiver and consent for the Zapata County Fair Association. I think that deals with, some of their funding that they're, wanting to acquire from the bank. Mr. Figueroa said it did require Commissioners Court approval. We might recall it, he might be coming in a little later, so, we'll recall this, see what, his guidance, on this would be. Item, number 13 is to consider and approve FM Tax and Consulting LLC to provide professional, financial, accounting, payroll, utility billing, budget preparation, and audit support services as outlined in attachment A of the engagement letter. Our county auditor, of course, we've, as we prepare our annual, try to prepare our annual audit, we do hire outside, consultants to help us put all our, finances together. So F&M is taking over the, Flores Auditing used to, be our financial consultant.
Yes, he's more on the, line to retire, so we have, Mr. Flores and Mr. Martinez with FM, want to take over. They've been helping, Mr. Flores, Jorge out for the past couple of years, and now they kind of want to reverse it. Mr. Flores will still be involved with them, and he's agreed to help them in any consulting, on their part, not our.
I mean, we were able to get our audit, in time to all the funding agencies, which is, if you don't have our independent audit, we don't get any funds from any.
Well, and throughout
it's very important.
Yes, and throughout the year, they've been really, actually, better than,
Than what our history has been.
They're definitely helpful, I mean, this is probably the
Yeah.
first that we did it on, kind of on time.
We were a few months late, but not a few years late.
Not years
Yes.
late.
So it
Well,
was
I think
major
this,
improvement,
I
yeah.
think this year is gonna get a lot easier, a lot smoother, since they got all the numbers.
Major
down.
improvement.
So there's an increase in this is, $7,500?
Yes.
It'd be
Motion to
90,000.
approve, the judge has presented.
Second motion.
Motion by Commissioner Morales, seconded by Commissioner Solis, to approve, the agreement between FM Tax and Consulting LLC and Zapata County, to provide those financial services. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gonzalo. We do budget, we were budgeting, 6,000 a month, Commissioner, so we will, be going over budget a little bit,
It'll be a $1,500 increase
per month.
I mean, which is
So
not
we'll just
actually
include it in next year's.
Right.
Yeah.
Item number 14 is to approve the hire of deputy sheriff positions in slot, deputy sheriff positions in slot number 1, 3, and 4, with Operation Lone Star, Department 410. Andrew, good?
Judge Commissioners, yes, sir, we're seeking to hire positions for slots, 1, 3, and 4 under OLS Department 410. We currently are funding the OLS positions through the forfeiture funding, and we're still, currently reviewing applications for potential hires. We have one, position, position number 2 that we're currently funding, but what we wanna do is try to see if we can add 1, 3, and 4.
And this will be with.
Currently with our, forfeiture.
But it's not gonna be with OLS funding?
No.
No, okay.
It's still under OLS, under the,
It's budgeted
it's
under
budgeted
OLS.
under OLS.
But their forfeiture funds are being paid.
What we wanna do is try to see if we can, maybe by January, move them by to the.
We have had discussions with our district attorney regarding, possible funding, so there's a good possibility we may go to.
Yeah, we're hoping, so we really need it, and, one of the major reasons that I'm seeing is that if we start losing more and more positions, OLS funding, OPSU funding will get even lower on this.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things we're kind of just.
So these would be through your,
Forfeiture.
account? Motion to approve the hire of.
These are
slot
vacant
1, 3,
positions,
and 4.
1, 3, and 4 are vacant, number 2 is currently, taken.
A motion by Commissioner Solis, is there a second?
I'll second that.
Seconded by Commissioner Garza. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 15 is to approve the hire of a detention officer in slot number 6, Department 561 at the Sheriff's County Jail.
Judge Commissioners, we're asking for no action to be taken with this. The detention officer rescinded her 2-week notice.
Good deal. Yeah, that's good.
All right, no action.
Okay, no action on item number 15. Item number 16 is to approve the transfer of slot number 9 from Department 561, Sheriff's County Jail, to a new slot under Department 567, the Sheriff's Regional Jail. So that's no action on that one?
So this one isn't, this is where it gets a little complicated. I hope everybody can follow along. So we're seeking to move detention officer slot number 9 from the Zapata County Jail and we wanna move that vacant slot that we have to the regional jail.
From the females to the
From the
males.
female, yes, correct, that's right. It's,
Within the same budget constraints, so would this be
Can-
amending the budget? I don't.
Can we just leave it the same and just have her work, or the person working over here until the next budget? It's just, we're trying to do budget amendments on things like this, where if we could just keep it the way it is and just have the person, I mean, understand, under the commissioners that she
To
doesn't.
avoid,
not
to
gonna change
avoid,
it.
amending.
Budget amendments.
That's fine. I mean, they're gonna get paid from that
Yeah,
slot number.
they get paid, yeah. I don't know if there's any issues on our end with that, but, you know, I can't be 100% certain with that one.
It would be under the sheriff's discretion, but with the approval of the commissioners court, which they seem like they're fine with it, so.
Okay. I would have to get back up, I mean, as
Well,
long as we can.
discuss it with the
hire-
sheriff and bring it
Okay.
back.
So table.
Then we'll-
Motion to table by Commissioner Solis, seconded by Commissioner Moya. Any discussion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion table, item number,
Table as well.
which is 17, to approve the hire of a detention officer in added slot from Department 567. So, is that the move that was gonna take place?
So we're seeking the approval to hire a new slot after action. Yeah, cause we would need the 16 to be approved in order for.
Right, so we'll table.
Okay.
Oh, because y'all are probably gonna hire a male instead of the female,
Yeah,
right? That's the
so
problem. That's the
everything
issue.
was, yeah.
Are the salaries different? Is that why y'all are trying to do that?
I don't believe so, I have it right here.
I'll get together with Mr. Lieutenant Trevino and the.
No, they're not, they're not.
They're the
No,
same?
They're the same.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Yeah, they're the same. I think the 28,542 and 28,542.
Okay, so it's.
So it'd just be up
So
to
then it
y'all's
would-
discretion, you hire a male and you send him to the regional.
Okay.
So we don't have to amend the
So
budget.
18 will be the same?
Same thing.
Judge? 67.
Table.
Okay, okay, motion to table.
By who?
It was Solis and Commissioner Moya.
Solis Maya, okay.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion tabled. Number 18, to approve the hire of a detention officer in slot 21 under Department 567, the Sheriff's Regional Jail.
So with the number 14 approved in the agenda, slot number 21 will be vacant due to a detention officer becoming a peace officer. That detention officer is gonna move to one of the OLS positions.
Okay.
And, once we move him, we're asking if we can hire.
A vacant, don't have a
Yes,
vacancy.
Motion
yes.
to approve is presented.
Second.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Solis, seconded by Commissioner Morales. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 19, to approve the hire of a telecommunications operator in slot 34 in the Sheriff Department 560.
Yes, the slot number for the telecommunications, she, is resigning, and we wanna see if we can, we're gonna accept her resignation, asking to rehire for that slot.
Motion to approve is presented.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Solis, second,
I'll second.
second by Commissioner Morales. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 20, to approve the memorandum of understanding, MOU, between Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Customs and Border Protection, United States Border Patrol, and Zapata County Sheriff's Office.
If we can disregard this item, Judge, no action needs to be taken from number 20.
Okay.
22 is almost the same thing, except, that 20 says memorandum of understanding of understanding, and the other one says memorandum of agreement, and the, paperwork that I have says, memorandum of agreement.
Okay, so we'll, no action on 20.
Correct.
Item number 21 is to approve payment for invoice number 3735 from Ryan Technologies Services LLC in the amount of $13,500 for a 1 year of maintenance and support for jail inmates self-check login system.
Yes, from my understanding, Judge, this one was, we were inherited this, one of those, bills that we,
Agreements, yes.
agreements that we have to constantly pay, but, we still use the services for the.
You're still using them, and what's the timeline on that agreement, how long?
And is this back pay or is this for the current year?
It's
For the
for-
upcoming year?
I'm gonna look into see if we already paid this, it's just Ryland sounds very familiar.
Yeah, cause I have, I think this was, an approved, something that was previously approved, I have a PO here. In March 24, 2025, this was approved in Commissioner's Court. But I'm not sure why this came up, recently.
So we can bring it back?
Yes, I'll look.
Motion on table?
No, yes. Motion to table by Commissioner Lee, seconded by Commissioner Moya. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion tabled. Item number 22, to approve the memorandum of agreement between the Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Customs and Border Protection, and Zapata County Sheriff's Office on U.S. Customs and Border Protection component frequencies.
Yes, Judge Commissioners, this MOA will be used in conjunction with USBP for Ophia's G operations. I don't know if anybody got received a copy of this.
Yes, it was in the package, so basically
Okay.
we'll be able to share frequencies.
Indeed, yes. Yes,
Yeah,
what
so-
we're gonna do is try to get better communication
Right.
during the actual operation.
Did the sheriff forward it to legal, just for review?
I'm not sure about that.
Motion to
We'll
approve
go
pending
ahead.
legal review. just in case
Motion by
there's any
Commissioner Solis, seconded by Commissioner Morales. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We'll get Mr. Figueroa to read it and just go and sign it off.
I can email it to him, today. I wanna say.
It shouldn't be an issue. I read through it. It's standard government.
It is, yes, all
contract.
the surrounding counties are.
Yeah, just in case he hasn't reviewed it, you know, just.
That'd be-
Yeah, I can actually do that today. I'll email him.
Okay. Thank you, Andrew. Item number 23, to approve the payment of $12,750 to Local Government Solutions LGS for installation of software and staff training to be paid out of records preservation account. Mary Jane, our county clerk.
Yes, Judge, I have the money. This is an expense that came about during the transition from iDocket to LGS, and I think it was supposed to have been paid from the OLS, but then we lost it, so, I have the money to pay it, but
Okay.
it's gonna be through the other monies.
Motion by Commissioner Solis, seconded by Commissioner Moya to approve the payment to be
Thank you.
paid out of the records preservation fund for the county clerk. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 24 is to approve the resignation of Ashley D. Dominguez, General Order 10-543, slot number 30, effective, December the 5th, 2025, December the 5th, 2025. Good
Yes.
morning, Danny.
Judge, Commissioners, good morning again. Yes, this is simply just to accept the resignation for Mrs. Dominguez, and then I have an item on the following number to
hire.
replace that
Okay.
How
slot.
long was Ms. Dominguez with us?
It was less than a year.
Less than a year.
Yeah.
Motion to approve the resignation.
Motion by Commissioner Solis, seconded by Commissioner Morales. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 25 is to approve the hire of Eric I. Guzman as an EMT/aide at $13.30 an hour, General Order 510-543, slot number 30.
Motion to approve
Motion
the
to
hire
approve.
of Eric Guzman.
Motion by Commissioner
Solis.
Solis, seconded by Commissioner Garza. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Judge, thank you, Commissioners.
Well, good finding replacement.
Yes,
You can stay on.
he was already on the waiting list, so it was an easy
We
replacement.
were good. Thank you, Dan. Item number 26 is to approve the hiring of Isabel Lerma as an administrative assistant, slot number 4, at a rate of $11.48 an hour, effective December 22nd, 2025. Morning, Commissioner.
Morning.
Yes,
You had to rate the slot, right?
I do, yes, sir.
Okay. Second. Motion by Commissioner Morales, seconded by Commissioner Solis. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank
Thank you, Mr. Torino. Are you feeling sick this morning?
No, I don't know what's coming on.
That's all right. Item number 27, to request the use of Zapata County Show Barn on January 11th and 12th for the Falcon Lake Classic Prospect Show. Jesse, good morning, Jesse.
Good morning,
Motion by Commissioner Morales,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Garza.
I apologize, I think it's the 10th and the 11th, Saturday.
Well,
and
let's
Sunday.
come back, the 10th and the 11th.
Saturday.
Saturday and Sunday, yes.
brings a lot of folks in our community. I think the last few prospect shows, I mean, I've gotten comments from the hotels, they fill up, and so,
Lots of-
that's good for our local
restaurants.
economy, yeah, some restaurants, so. How many do you expect participants?
Hopefully, a good turnout like they did a couple of weeks ago. They had a great turnout, so hopefully we'll get some people here.
All right,
People
good.
are excited about it, so.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Got a motion and a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item, number 28, to review status on existing projects and consider payment request on approved budget, projects. Mr. Gonzalez, good to see you.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Good morning.
On the project for the Zapata County, USDA Emergency, Community Water Assistance Grant, that one is the raw water project. We have, continued to work on that project, and they, are installing the cabling and power poles for this pay period from November 21st to December 22nd. And the application is $34,200. The project is 65% complete. The payment would go to Axstar and then to Flannel Services.
We did, receive a communication from USDA, so the previous invoices that have been submitted have been approved. And so payment should come in this week, hopefully, in the next couple of days, and we can forward those payments to Axstar and then to the contractor, so.
Motion to approve 34,200 to Axstar.
Second motion.
Motion by Commissioner Solis, second by Commissioner Moya.
Invoice number 8.
Invoice number 8.
Invoice number 8, okay.
On the previous ones, yes, Judge Rathmel was mentioning that when the government had shut down, we had some invoices from September, and then we had some to the month of October, to the month of November, and some from the first part of December
Yeah.
that were
Been
pending.
about 60 days that
Yeah.
were pending. And, you know, we had discussed maybe,
Paying a portion of them.
paying several of those, maybe not all of them, but I think we'll be able to handle all of them, once those payments come.
We did receive confirmation from USDA that the funding has been wired, and usually takes.
So it should be an account, Mr. Gonzalez, maybe you can check on that
Yes.
and get those payments out, to Axstar.
Thank you,
Okay.
Judge. On, also on this same project, we did, request the purchase of a track pole for use, on the county project. And I asked the company to provide an update. It's supposed to come in on the 20th, they're telling me that it's gonna be here on the 29th. And I did ask if it was gonna be here in Zapata or in Laredo, because the communication they sent me was like for delivery in Laredo on the 20th at their facility. So we
I
have
think
been waiting for
we
that.
should get them to get delivered all the way down here, right?
Yeah, I got a message from him this morning. It said that, Mr. Marco Rueda, correct? He mentioned it's in Texas already, just, waiting on a transfer carrier. So he did send me the carrier, shipping. So it should be here in a couple of days.
Yeah, they're waiting, and so I was like, I did push back on that email, that, we've been waiting.
And they should
As
deliver.
patiently as we can, but we were kind of promised the 20th, and, now we're moving to the, it is in Texas, but they're gonna transport it. And what I saw on the communications was that it would be delivered in the 29th in Laredo, so I'm asking for them to bring it straight all the way to the county.
Now, that piece of equipment, would we want it to be delivered at our county shop, at, the site over there at our water intake? Where do you feel which should be the best place to bring it
I
in?
believe they said they're gonna offer training to our.
So, in the county shop?
I believe the county shop, so they can get the training they need before operating.
What, I mean, the other side where you all wanna drop it off?
Yeah, so then do we have equipment to transport it? Do we have our own equipment?
We have a low boy.
We have a little bit, I mean, we transport the other equipment, right?
Truck, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess we can, I'd like, if they're gonna offer some training for our employees, maybe we can have it.
At the site?
At the site, yeah, that way
That makes
you can then,
Yeah, cause
show
that
them-
trackle that the government allowed us to use only had a 40-foot span,
Yes,
and this is a 60-foot span?
I think it's 50 foot.
50 foot, so an additional 10 feet, that we can get, really close to the pumps, to dredge out. I mean, it worked really well.
We can get some training there and, on the, all the, extra, I guess, components that it has, the reach, like the limits of the equipment so that I understand that it goes further, but, yes, and, the one that we were utilizing is a little older, the one from IBWC, and, this one should be brand new, so it should be pretty good, but that way we can, also like for the crew to know on the maintenance and the operations of the maintenance as well, so that we can have. I would think that, we would maybe have maybe two, three people trained on it, not more than that, and then those 2 or 3 responsible for it, that way something's not working with it, we can maintain it properly.
And like the judge mentioned, have the mechanic out there so we can make sure to pay attention on the maintenance part.
And so I'll check on the, I don't know if they've already invoiced us, I know we had to write a PO, and, I'll check with Mr. Gonzalez to see if.
Or is it gonna be that they have to wait for payment until they deliver it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't have a PO from them right now. I know that we presented one at the beginning, and I haven't seen what we've requested from USDA, those funds. So I don't think that we.
Hopefully we can get a PO soon, so we can submit it to the USDA and get the money
We can
here.
get reimbursed.
Yeah.
Right, thank you.
Thank you, Compliment, thank you. How about our other projects, how are they going?
Yes, on the other projects, I did, last week, we had a meeting with the architect so that we could provide an update on our monthly meeting that's coming up for January, the first week of January. And, we're looking at the, on the roving arena, where, there's some discussion on how to try to increase parking for that facility. And then also, we're looking at, getting a little bit more, complete set of plans for the sheriff's office. I think that one's already ready funding wise. It's, from the discussions with USDA on the last month's meeting, that one looks like it's ready to go. So then we're excited to get that one, into construction as soon as they give us the go ahead.
You got any feedback from the plans submitted on the fire station?
On the fire station, they've not submitted, comments or feedback on that, but they do have the plans and specs on their end. They're still under review. It usually takes about 60 days, but, the Edinburgh office lost 11 employees from, when they did, part of the government cutbacks. So they're being under review, but it may take just a little longer.
Very well.
Mr. Gonzalez, on the project in Guerrero Chiquito, how are we looking on that?
On that one, we need to,
What do we need?
visit for, see if we can get, an inlet from TxDOT. We're gonna do a request from them to see if we can, because that's one of the components that we're needing at this point.
Right.
We have pipe, but we needed that inlet so that the entry into that pipe is, through a great inlet. We're looking maybe at a 4x4 inlet and see if we have one available. We'll call, Mr. Flores, Danny Flores with our area engineer, and I think they have a program that collaborates with the county.
We've made those requests.
Okay.
So
So
hopefully,
we didn't check to see
we
if.
just need to see if we can acquire.
Appreciate it.
And I know all the precincts have some drainage issues, yes, cause I know,
I contacted you about Carlos.
Commissioner Morales has, drainage issues, Commissioner Solis has some drainage issues, that, we're trying to fix with, an efficient county budget.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 29 is to consider authorizing the county judge to enter into an amended tax abatement agreement with Falcon Best LLC. And this project, commissioners, is the agreement we had for a battery storage project in the Chihuahua area. The company requested an amendment, because we had entered into the abatement agreement in June of twenty-four, I believe, in the package. And what the agreement now states is that, they want to include the ability to add more battery storage to the project. It was at 200 megawatts to 400 megawatts. They're increasing it to 400 megawatts, and that of course enables the county, to request additional, revenues from the pilot. So what we had agreed, I think,
On where it says county roads and to be utilized by the owner during.
yes,
development.
initially they were gonna,
Is that just gonna be for
yeah,
the
that's
time
a
being?
road, yeah.
But like, are they gonna maintain it constantly, cause they're gonna have access, I mean, year round to it, right?
They've agreed to upgrade it to be able to build a project, and
Not to
then
maintain.
we'll have to work with them on maintaining it.
Yeah, that's a problem I'm having with
With Benji.
Pedernal,
Yeah.
cause I told him, I know how, I had asked you about the last time, and he's like,
Yeah.
no, on the tax abatement it says that y'all are the ones that are gonna maintain it, so I'm like, kind of.
It is, that language is in the investment zone, so that language, we can force the issue.
Yeah.
Because that language applies to both projects.
Yeah, cause I'm already out of each of the little I had and it's bad.
Yeah, so I know, Alejandria's needs some sort of update, so they will be upgrading it to be able to get in there. And then we just have to work with them on making sure that, they continue, I mean, it's in their
Just
benefit.
work together and do 50/50.
It'll be,
It's hard work.
I think about a half a mile in, 'cause that property's right along the highway. But as part of the amendment, in the initial agreement, we had the road and bridge was gonna be a part of the tax, remain on the tax rolls. I think it'd be better if we include it in the pilot and not be handcuffed, as far as our tax, ability to tax on the road and bridge. So in the end, we're offering, which is 43% abatement to the project. And they will be generating about $500,000 a year to the county. And so the whole taxable value, of course, decreased from the original agreement from 183,847,000 taxable value. And now, because of significant, I guess, being able to access more equipment, it was reduced to 171,995,882. So the full levy, if we, at our current tax rate, in the agreement we signed in 2024 would be $9,779,047 dollars. And now the full levy for this amendment would be $8,945,129. So the pilot revenue for that first agreement was $4,188,000, and the road and bridge revenue was $875,448, for a total revenue for the 10-year period of $5,063,448, which was a 48% abatement, and the abatement value was $4,715,199. Now, doing it all pilot, we received the same amount. Total revenue will be $5,063,448, which increases what the county is receiving from 52% to 57%, which is now, we are just offering a 43% abatement. So our agreement, according to the revenues, got better with the amendment that they requested. And so basically, for wanting to use the county road, we were able to bring in more revenues, or the same amount of revenues with less value that they are anticipating on the project. So we can, we can vote on this. I think we can move forward on it. I think construction of this project should be hopefully beginning in 2027, completed by 2028. And if it's not completed by 2029, then this agreement is canceled. There's also in the agreement, as we had proposed in 2024 as far as the court, we wanted to upgrade the Boys and Girls Club as far as their, practice area. So there is a $50,000 one-time payment, to the Boys and Girls Club for the construction or remodeling of that, of that facility, trying to get, I think, what was the budget, 250,000 to close it in?
Yeah, something.
So we're trying to see if we can get some help in trying to close in, the structure. So there is a $50,000 one-time payment, to the board, to the county for the use of upgrading that facility.
And that will come in?
Once it's operational.
2027?
Yeah.
Between 2020. I make a motion just to, approve the county judge to enter into the payment agreement with Falcon Invest LLC.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Solis, seconded by, Commissioner Garza. And of course, our consultant, Capex has, been working on these projects. I mean, we did have some setbacks on the solar farms. We had agreed to, I think, 3 or 4 solar farms, and because of whatever reason, tariffs, change in attitude towards those type of projects. Of course, those projects have not been constructed. But there is, we'll be considering another project in, on the county line in Webber, Zapata County, another battery storage project similar to these. The language will be exactly the same, so if both these 2 projects come online, at the same time, you'll be looking at $1 million extra coming into the county's coffers. That'll, it's good. There's also, Capex is working on and I mentioned in court, a wind farm in 70% in Zapata County, and then the rest in Webb and Tim Hog, and that's moving along also. So, I mean, hopefully we'll be able to catch on, some extra funding from these projects as they get constructed. So there's optimism to look forward. Got a motion by Commissioner Solis, seconded by Commissioner Garza. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 30 is to request hotel motel funds for the 2026 Zapata County Fair. And,
We have 30,000, Judge?
Mr. Guerra's still here, so thank you for waiting.
Oh, there he is.
Good. Thank you, John.
Yes, gentlemen, so here I have the media and advertisement proposal for the year 2026. I think last year we had a very aggressive advertisement initiative, and I'll be very honest with you, we ran into the problem, it was actually Friday night, where we were trying to look for hotel rooms for 2 of our workers that we use for the beer garden, and I called every single hotel, everything was booked. We did turn them away though. Luckily, Mr. Douglas Gonzalez talked to his sister, and they were able to offer 2 rooms at Oso Blanco, but I don't believe they were on the market to actually be, from what I hear, to be actually reserved for upcoming guests.
I don't think that's a problem. I think
Yeah.
that's a great gig.
So we've been very fortunate with our advertisement, that we believe it's truly bringing in quite a difference in terms of tourism into the county. Specifically for that weekend, I know that on any given day, if you look at hotel prices, like for today, for instance, I looked at Holiday Inn, you're looking at about a $78 a night stay. When it comes to the county fair weekend, you're looking at about 120 plus. So everyone's kind of increasing their price a little bit, so it's generating a little bit more tax revenue that's going towards the county and of course the hotel motel fund. But for the 2026 overview, we're keeping a lot of the things the same as last year. We're gonna go with McAllen as well in terms of advertisements or radio, because we're trying to bring in people outside of the county. So we're trying to look at Hidalgo County, we're trying to look at Cameron County, we're going all the way up to Corpus and then all the way down to Laredo. So we're trying to form that kind of triangle in terms of advertisement. That would be $6,030 for Radio United, Vallejo 102.5, Guadalupe 89.1, and Digital 101.5. And again, this is in the McAllen region. For the Laredo region, where the majority of our visitors come from, we're going to be investing $6,000 with Big Buck 98.1 and Z93 Tejano. And also the sister company to Radio United, they're the same company, it's just one is in McAllen, the other one's in Laredo. the radio advertisement would come out to $15,030. Our website services, I'm not sure if you all have kind of logged into our website recently. I think right now it's under construction because they're kind of revamping the firmware. But what we try to do in there is we try to include all the hotels, the addresses, the numbers, and I also reach out to the county and try to get a list of all the restaurants as well. And we're trying to put in there to kind of boost the local tourism for guests that want to come during the day and have a place to eat. For our social media creation, that's the advertisement where we push or boost some of our posts. We normally focus on the Meta platform, which is Facebook and Instagram, and we're moving a little bit into more of the TikTok and YouTube apps as well. That would be 3,000. Content creation, this is another big one for the, now this is gonna be for the flyer creation, the content creation, the video creation, the actual advertisement services, and the printing services. This is video graphics for 15,000. That one, that proposal hasn't changed since last year. And then what we kind of decided this year that we saw last year that we needed was kind of help in the photography area. And again, that photography is kind of what kind of starts all of the advertising. You need a really good photo to really push it out there. You need to cover these events. That's gonna be with Beyond Pixels. My name is Zapata. He's done a great job. So as we will combine together, they're an amazing team. So the total for the content creation for photography would be the 22,500. And then for the billboard promotion advertisement, we do a digital blitz. That's 8 different locations in Laredo for a total of 725 cents, and that gets about weekly suppression of 1.6 million. So the total for the advertisement plan for this year would be $44,705. Now I know that that's not the 30,000.
Yeah, I think, well, given that, basically our hotel funds have been decreasing over the years, I don't think those might even hit 44,000 this year, it'll be barely. So I think, if you can readjust to, if 30 was very successful for you, well, let's try to keep it at that, I would suggest.
Do you think there's a possibility maybe 35? I mean, we're kind of the only association that's kind of requesting multiple.
Well,
now we're just negotiating.
I mean, it's up to the court, but I think we're receiving about 4,000 a month, is what's coming in, so basically, the group wants to promote our community, we'll be out of luck. So, I think, you're getting more than 60% of whatever our budget is, for that one event. And, you did bring in 400 and some thousand for the entire 3-day event, so I guess, I don't.
It's a 50% increase from last year, so I think that's why the judge and the commissioners are kind of hesitant with that. So
Going based off the, I believe it was the budget that y'all approved, I believe the hotel funds were approved for 120,000.
Yes, but we're not realizing that.
Yeah.
We're hopeful, because I usually try to go back on the previous years, but I think so far this year, we're averaging 5, maybe 6, so, yeah.
Judge,
Which
if I
one
may, I got a total for the hotel motel to date, and it's 18,700.
For the, October, November, and December.
Part of December.
Yeah.
so that's like 6,000.
6,000, yeah, 5 to 6,000, so.
I think 35 would be fair.
Yeah.
I think we could do 35, let's start at 35.
Make a motion to approve for 35,000.
Motion by Commissioner Moya to approve 35,000 for the Zapata County Fair Association, budget, advertising budget, seconded by Commissioner Solis. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Appreciate it, gentlemen.
Thank you.
It's nice to see you all for the rest of the year.
Good luck, happy holidays.
Happy
Merry
New Year.
Christmas.
Get that rest before you get started.
Oh, before we leave, sir, here's another item, Figueroa didn't, come in on. So, item number 12 is, to allow the county judge to sign on behalf of Zapata County a landlord's waiver and consent to Zapata County Fair Association. We discussed this about, I guess you're trying to get a loan,
Yeah, so normally, and I know I gave it to you last year,
Yeah.
and this year, the same thing, the bank said, we can't really move forward unless we have that authorized signature. What happens is that, come September, we're already planning for bands, and you have to give a minimum deposit of at least 50%. So let's say that we bring in, like, for instance, last year, Banda I believe those that came in at 85,000, they want a minimum deposit of 45. We can't afford that. So what we do is we go to the bank and we ask for a line of credit. And what that line of credit allows us to do is to secure those bands in time, that way we don't lose them, and then eventually we pay
all fine, but how do you consider the county as a landlord?
That's what IBC is requesting for us to send to you all.
And
I
so
believe
will
it's
we have to
because-
differentiate what equipment, so I guess you're placing some of your equipment as collateral on the loan?
Yes, we're putting the office, we're putting the speakers that are in the show barn, the trailer that's held in the show barn.
So we might have to get, see what county-owned equipment is in there, and, so, county attorney wanted, to review that, and, wanted to advise the court on how we can move forward with it.
By when, do you guys start, looking into your bands or,
We've
making?
actually already started, and we've already been sending out deposits, it's just IBC is really on us about trying to get that, form signed.
Cause you guys usually announce by January?
Yeah, we're ready, we're just waiting for
Cause I
the.
know
meeting to set up.
Jalapeno already announced, Western County Fair already announced.
Yeah, so I don't know what it-
And we approve.
So, approve it pending?
Yeah.
Pending.
Approve it pending legal.
We can
Motion.
approve it pending legal review.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by
believe with
Commissioner Morales
IBC.
to approve, the landlord's waiver, seconded by Commissioner Solis, pending legal review. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you.
I
All right.
believe IBC had mentioned that the only reason they want that signature is just to allow, IBC to actually enter county grounds in case for whatever reason they need to actually pick up our materials. And I think that's why they're kind of being, very on it about that signature.
Yeah, and that's fine, except there may be some equipment that belong to the county.
Yeah.
That in case of if this ever happens.
I know
we
last
might-
year we kind of started working on itemizing some of the things.
We
that
might have to
have.
itemize that list and see exactly what is county owned and what is county fair property. I think we'd have to do that.
Sure. Well, I appreciate your time, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jaime.
Item, number 31, to approve the establishment of Zapata County Tourism Board. I was informed that they're still working on the agreement, Commissioners, between the state and the county, so motion tabled by Commissioner Morales, seconded by Commissioner Solis. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion tabled. Moving on to resolutions and proclamations, to approve a resolution in support of an application for the automatic weather observation system, I believe, for, replacement at Zapata County Airport. Castaneda, good job on this. We've been waiting for that AWAS for a long time, and I know that, this is a very, good grant for the county. So you might want to inform the court, that the whole project is, how much is the entire project? And the county's share would be? Yeah, so, and we get a brand new system, so good work on that, and I just need a motion to approve the resolution.
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Solis, seconded by Commissioner Garza. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Continue the good work, Mr. Commissioner.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn, Judge.
Let's get motion to adjourn by Commissioner Solis, seconded by Commissioner Morales. We are now adjourned. Before you leave, Commissioner, just sign that resolution.